There was a fake phones raid. Basically, it was a sting operation, and it was a multi-agency sting operation that was organized by, among others, the Anti-Counterfeit Agency, the Kenya Revenue Authority, as well as the Anti-Illicit Trade Agency. So these three agencies together were, as well as security agents, were involved in a sting operation earlier this morning. It was in the mid-morning, and in fact, we got information about this raid as soon as it had commenced, because some of these operations are meant to be done in a covert operation. One of the interesting things, the fact that they got phones worth 3 million shillings is quite interesting in that raid, even though the shops that were raided were quite few. There were not many because it was just a targeted raid. But illicit trade is a challenge to this country, and goods still continue to be brought into the country illegally through the border points, several border points, and it is a challenge to the revenue authorities as well. So this is an issue that is a drag on the economy as well. And one of the ways that these guys, the unscrupulous traders, have started to a new method that they are using to sell fake phones is that they import phones that have a label of a different make, even a make that is not well known. But when the phones are brought and they get to the retail points, that is when they are slapped with, they are plastered with labels such as Samsung, maybe Huawei, or even iPhones. So what happens is that for those people who might not know how these phones really look, they are duped into buying much cheaper phones. You find that a phone that is, say, 100,000 shillings being sold for something like 15,000 shillings or 20 or 30,000 shillings. So there's a double impact for this. One is to the customers themselves. They get a lower quality product. But then secondly, the government of Kenya also, you and I, we lose revenue because of these unscrupulous traders. So that is the illicit trade. And the illicit trade is what the government is fighting right now with a multi-agency task force. It's a fight that will still continue, Zainab, and we hope that progress will still continue being made. But once again, just to say that this was a targeted operation for just a few shops, not so many along Tom Mboya Street, and we are hoping that the operation will be widened to net even many more people. But the last thing that I would say about this sting operation is that we also noticed that some shops, just a few shops on the side of the street along Tom Mboya Street and also part of Moi Avenue, some of the shops that normally sell phones had closed shop because of this sting operation. Maybe they had got wind of it, but we know that it was just a targeted operation for just a few shops, and so there were those who were arrested and they've been taken to the police station to answer to charges.